Hello, my name is Puneet. Today we will be solving a JavaScript question on Memoize. So I've taken this question from Leetcode. So let's first understand what exactly is Memoize. So let's say we have a function called sum, and it accepts two parameters, like let's say a and b. So when we are calling sum by 2 comma 3, if we call this two times, the function is making the same calculation twice. We can prevent this because since the input is same, the output will be same. So instead of calculating it again, we can instead get it from cache. So that's what Memoize is. So if we read the definition, a Memoize function is a function that will never be called twice with the same inputs. Instead, it will return a cached value. So that's what we are trying to implement. Now, since we have basic idea of what Memoize is, let's go ahead and implement it. For implementation, I'll copy the starting point from Leetcode and let's copy it here. So this Memoize takes help of concept of closures. So what closure is, if we have some value over here, let's say we have const a equal to 10. Now this value will be accessible inside this function as well. So let's say if I try to console log a here, the outer value, the value from outer scope, which is a, will be accessible inside here as well. So this in simple terms is a closure. So let's say I call this Memoize. Since it accepts a function, we'll be passing a dummy function for now, but this function won't be called anywhere. So, and this function is returning another function which will get stored here. So let's call it. If we see here, it's console logging 10. So which means the values in the outer scope are accessible from here. So we will take help of this property. So we will create a cache. For cache, I'll be using map. So map helps us in storing key value pairs. It has a few methods such as get, set, and has. So get gives the value, it takes a key and returns a value if it is present, and set takes key as well as value, so it stores key value pair, and has just peeks if a given key is present or not in the map. So we'll take help of this one. Now next problem is how to create a key. So here what we are doing is we are using rest operator, we are storing all the arguments which will be passed in this function in an array. So I can create a key using json.stringify out of that array. So I'll do that by doing json.stringify args. Now that we have our key, all we have to do is check if this key is already present in the cache or not. So if it is not present, we can do that by using has method of cache, a map. So if it is not present, first of all what we'll do is set it inside the cache. So cache dot set key, and where will we get the value? We can simply call the function that has been passed as a callback with the arguments. So now that our cache has uh, value for this particular key, we can simply return cache.get. So I'll give a quick summary of this function again. So here we have created a cache using map, and then here we create our key. The key is created with the help of arguments. We json.stringify the arguments and create a unique key based on the arguments that are being passed, and then we check if the cache already has the key. If the cache does not have the key, then we set the key, and then finally we just return the value from the cache. Now let's just test our implementation. It passed all the test cases. Now let's try submitting it. Yes, it got accepted. So this is it. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section.